TSA questioning body scanner opt-outs. Steve Watson writes at InfoWars.com, refusing to be irradiated, now treated as suspicious behavior. And of course, they've already deployed the, quote, behavior detection officers to watch for nervousness or people who don't like going through security because that's suspicious terrorist activity. Instances of TSA agents demanding to know why travelers are opting out of walking through X-ray firing body scanners and treating the action as suspicious continue to be reported. Here's an account in LouRockwell.com, who's also a great defender of civil liberties and has also been covering the TSA issue for many years. They've got an account from traveler Ryan Alford, who writes how he was asked by an agent, "Why did you opt out?" To which he replied, "Am I required to answer?" The agent mumbled and continued groping and poking, then asked, "Why are you traveling to?" He again answered, "Am I required to answer?" And then, of course, they brought over the supervisors and asked him more questions and then finally let him go. And that's just what you can expect because they planned all along to make everyone go through the body scanners and to refuse the ability to travel to anyone who didn't submit to the body scanner or to the new Trusted Traveler program, which is guaranteed not to stop any terrorism. Of course, that's already a guarantee of the TSA. They didn't stop the underwear bomber. They've never stopped or caught any terrorist whatsoever. At the very best, they've showed us some probably cooked up images of the 9/11 hijackers well after the fact. Now, of course, they were planning the body scanners well before the underwear bomber incident. I myself was encouraged to go through one before the body scanner thing happened after Abdul Muttalib, who's now pleaded guilty, is now back in the news to help legitimize the body scanners. And you know what happened when I told them, no, I'm not going through the body scanner. I don't want to be radiated. Well, before I got the pat down, I was told, you read too much. Now they've got the so-called law in Australia, which I'm sure is going to be a model law for the whole world. No scan, no fly, reports the Digital Journal, as Australian airports roll out full body scans. They're telling everyone you will go through the body scanners or you won't fly. And that's really a shame. I really wanted to visit Australia someday. So many interesting landmarks and culture there. But with this so-called law in place, I will never be visiting them. And what's more dangerous anyway, these body scanners that they said wouldn't store images, they said they couldn't look at you, they said perverts wouldn't be looking at it and pulling out, quote, cute-looking women with, quote, good figures to go through the body scanners again. Well, it turns out they had a study in 1998, yes, 1998, before the 2001 9/11 hijacking incident, the 9/11 attacks, the big event for this whole new society. 1998, government ignored report finding up to 100 cancer deaths from TSA naked body scanners per year. 100 deaths a year statistically from the radiation scanners because it's just like stuff you dose in the water, whether it's fluoride or whether it's these crazy proposals for lithium. Even a depressed person has to have a very metered out, very careful dosage based on their body weight, on their other conditions, other factors. You can't mass dose people. You got people already at risk, and when they're forced through these body scanners, it triggers something. People get cancer. It's statistically known that if you put everyone through these, all the travelers through these body scanners, you're going to get statistically 100 deaths a year. They knew that in 1998. They've had the other Johns Hopkins studies and everything else showing how dangerous this stuff is. And the TSA, Homeland Security, keeps lying about it. They keep obfuscating. They keep waffling back and forth. No, it's here. It causes deaths. That's less than terrorism causes, if you even believe in that stuff. The body scanners are more dangerous than the terrorists you claim you're going to catch that you don't even catch. Don't try to put me through one. And don't try to stop our travel. We have a right to travel. We have a right to travel. It's constitutional. It's a God-given right. It's a natural right. You can't violate our God-given rights. They're unalienable. They're unalienable. They can't be transferred. We have a natural right. And here we go from 2008 and from 2009, how they were planning to put the body scanners in. Again, all before the stupid underwear bomber incident, which we have a witness coming up. We're going to show you even more video. Kurt Haskell and his wife were on the plane with the underwear bomber. They witnessed what a setup it was, how the sharp-dressed man helped get him on the plane. They witnessed how there were the other weird suspects and how the law enforcement didn't want to hear their accounts. And and they didn't want to admit or release the video cameras that there was a sharp-dressed man. Then later the State Department, that guy Undersecretary Kennedy, had to admit, yeah, he was given the visa waiver, even though he didn't have his ID, even though he didn't even appear to be coherent at the time. A lot of people said he looked drugged up and was let on the plane. Well, none of that matters because everyone who wants to travel will go through the body scanners just as they planned. TSA whole body scanners to replace metal detectors. That is in April 7th, 2009. In a change of plans, the TSA says it will now replace the walk-through metal detectors at airport checkpoints with whole body imaging machines. They're already at 6 airports nationwide. The TSA's plans aren't set in stone, they say, but unless there's an uproar, everyone gets to go through them. Why? Because Michael Chertoff, former head of Homeland Security, has an investment in the body scanner machines, and is a lobby for them. And what better lobby than to be in the position to create a hoax, a pretext for putting everyone through the machines and selling them to airports. Great scam. No one seems to be able to figure it out, except our brilliant listeners here. I know you know, but go tell other people, please. Just disgusting. I give you now part 2